started hearing whispers about Thrawn's return.
Hello there.
This is where the fun begins.
Hey there guys, Unofficial Star Wars here. I hope you're all doing well, and in this video we have an update and report for a potential Ahsoka Season 2 already. That's right, you heard that right, an Ahsoka Season 2 before we even have Season 1 out. So let's go ahead and hop right on into it. Before we do, however, hit that subscribe button if you haven't already, and that notification bell to be notified of our Star Wars related news, leaks, rumors, theories, and breakdown videos that we're talking about and discussing here on the channel. Anyway, in this video we are going to be taking a read from the Direct's article. I'll have their article linked in the description down below for you guys to check out there as well. As I read, although Ahsoka Season 1 is on its way as the next new Star Wars show, a live action to release on Disney+, fans recently got a disappointing update for a potential Season 2. Yet, in my own thoughts and opinions, it is still hopeful. While Star Wars has expanded mightily on Disney+ with multiple new seasons of television, most recently including Season 3 of The Mandalorian, not all of these shows are guaranteed to continue for multiple seasons and multiple years. That mostly also being said for shows that take place outside of the Mandoverse, shows like Andor or Obi-Wan Kenobi. Although we do have official confirmation on Andor Season 2, and it's in filming and in production right now, Obi-Wan Kenobi Season 2 had a little bit of a tidbit at Star Wars Celebration last week, saying that it's something that is a potential to happen down the road. However, into the regards of an Obi-Wan Kenobi Season 2, it's something that they aren't developing right now. Anyway, Ahsoka will mark the latest of these releases as Rosario Dawson gets her own solo series as Ahsoka, which just had its first trailer premiere at Star Wars Celebration in London last week. We broke it all down, reacted to it, and everything about the Ahsoka trailer is here on the channel, so check that out as well if you haven't already. But while this new series will mark Ahsoka's third live action appearance, on top of her long run in the animation shows like The Clone Wars and Star Wars Rebels, it appears that one season of her solo show may be that's all that's delivered. That there being said, Ahsoka Season 2 is not guaranteed from Lucasfilm. Recently, The Hollywood Reporter had recently revealed that new information on Star Wars' overall plans for Ahsoka and why a second season isn't necessarily guaranteed. The Hollywood Reporter is a very reputable source out there. When they report on something, it's just about confirmed out there, very reliable. The report shared details on the new theatrical movie highlighting the Mandoverse storylines that will be directed by yours truly, Dave Filoni, which will factor into Season 4 of The Mandalorian and a possible second season of Ahsoka. We do know that Season 4 of The Mandalorian is already in development and being written by Jon Favreau, and that has already been written by Jon Favreau and will go into production probably rather soon, at least probably by the end of the year. Although that's not confirmed for when they are going to begin production or anything like that into the regards of Season 4 of The Mandalorian. However, the latter isn't guaranteed Ahsoka Season 2 to get even made and have a second season. According to The Hollywood Reporter, a Season 2 release has yet to be greenlit and will depend on how well Season 1 performs with audiences. So if you want more Ahsoka, make sure you're watching those episodes multiple times. During Disney's first quarter earnings report in early February of this year, the studio shared a first look at the year ahead, which included paperwork suggesting that Ahsoka may be in line for more than just one season, so it still is a potential. Rosario Dawson herself also spoke on her experience from Ahsoka with The Hollywood Reporter in September of last year, 2022, having just celebrated Sabine Wren star Natasha Liu Bordizzo's birthday, although she was sad because it's almost over, she says, expressing hope to see the series move on to a second season as well. With filming coming to just about a wrap for the Ahsoka show, Rosario Dawson kind of shares some of those expressions of how it's being sad that it's almost over, saying that in full quote, "It was just her birthday," referring to Sabine Wren actress Natasha Liu Bordizzo. "We both had our birthdays on this project, and it's like we're having the best birthday present ever in real time, but it's also already getting sad because it's almost over. Hopefully we'll get a sequel." Ending that quote right there. All this being said, will Ahsoka get a Season 2 on Disney+? Overall, here's what we're seeing. While no Star Wars shows have been guaranteed to move into a second season, well, aside from Andor, Ahsoka certainly has a chance, especially considering Rosario Dawson's expansive role in the greater Mandoverse. But with Season 1 already building up plenty of excitement after the first look at its new characters and bringing the Star Wars Rebels Ghost Crew into live action from animation, many Star Wars fans out there are already hoping that Rosario Dawson will get the chance to continue her own solo story in the near future. And so overall, looking at this overall report, should Ahsoka continue into a second season, it would add to the story that's building up in the newly confirmed Mandoverse crossover movie that will tie together The Mandalorian, The Book of Boba Fett, Ahsoka, and Skeleton Crew, and whatever else they decide to throw at us, maybe like Rangers of the New Republic and whatever Star Wars shows they might come up with as well. And don't be fearful of this Mandoverse crossover movie as well, because Dave Filoni did state that this isn't necessarily the end of the Mandoverse, but rather a large culmination of all of the shows, kind of like an Avengers movie for my Marvel fans out there. If you're a Marvel fan, I have a Marvel channel linked in the description down below. Also, with Ahsoka finally confirmed for this summer as a release in August, it will be a only matter of time until fans see the results from the former Jedi's next journey, which is already being teased as well. Now, if you ask me, I do have to say that I'm a little bit disappointed. Overall here, what we're seeing is that Season 2 of Ahsoka depends on how well Season 1 is going to perform. And with me, I think that a Season 2 depends on how the story goes. Is the narrative in need of a second season? And so when I first heard about all of this, my first initial thought was that just looking at the trailer alone, which is like, what, a minute, 2 minutes long? The trailer in itself seems to be setting up so much and so many different plots and narratives and directions that they can go, and really that they will go. You have Thrawn coming back, you have Ezra coming back, and you look like you're having to reassemble the Ghost Crew. I also kind of mentioned this in our breakdown video into the regards of the trailer of the Ahsoka show, but I'd like to expand a little bit more on this in a further in-depth and more detailed video. But it also seems that maybe Sabine Wren has kind of exiled herself from the Mandalorians, so that's another plot-driven, I guess, overall narrative here for this season of Ahsoka. You also are bringing in these Dark Force users with these orange lightsabers. What are these guys all about? Who are they? You're having references to rebuilding the Jedi Order with Jason Syndulla, and maybe Ahsoka training a few Jedi as well on her own as outside of Luke Skywalker. So that there being said, there seems to be so many different narratives and plot directions and just overall a lot of stuff that they are setting up for the Ahsoka show and just Ahsoka Season 1 let alone. So even then, just with the trailer alone, I feel like that they need to do a little bit more. And I'm definitely heavy on the belief that it depends on rather how the story and the narrative goes. And with the writer and director Dave Filoni, I think that he would have to agree with that, not necessarily how well it performs, because that's just kind of when Lucasfilm and Disney are bringing in the greed of things. Is it making them enough money is what they're kind of determining. Anyway, let me know all of your thoughts and opinions in the comment section down below. I would love to hear what you guys all think. What are you looking forward to seeing most with the Ahsoka show? Do you want a Season 2? And if so, what would you want to see with the Season 2 and the overall Mandoverse movie as well? What do you guys think about that as well? I would love to hear all of your thoughts and opinions in the comment section down below. And so until next time, I'll catch you guys in the next video. Have a great one, guys. May the Force be with you as always. Peace out.